Let's begin with power. Did you know that on completion in 2019, the Dangote Refinery will become the biggest private refinery in the world? Also, the Dangote gas project would be producing about 3 billion cubic feet of gas daily required to power the country. Well, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, told journalists after a tour of projects at the Dangote industrial area located within the Lekki Free Trade Zone in Lagos. Interesting sights. Take a look.
The chopper conveying the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and 4 ministers landed at about 10:30 a.m. Professor Osinbajo was received by Governor Akinwumi Ambode, the President of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, businessman Femi Otedola, and other top state functionaries were on hand. For about 2 hours, the Vice President and his entourage toured the Dangote industrial area to inspect ongoing projects. Including a petroleum refinery, petrochemical plant, gas treatment stations, and a fertilizer plant. After the tour, Professor Osinbajo told journalists what he saw on ground. He said the project, when completed, would permanently address the demand for gas required daily to power the country's energy sector.
It is clearly possibly the largest industrial undertaking in Nigeria, and I venture to say possibly the largest in Africa. Here we've seen the refinery, which is meant to refine 650,000 barrels of oil a day, which by all projections is the largest in the world. There is the petrochemical plant, the fertilizer plant, which is also projected to be the largest in the world. And there's also the pipeline, there's also a pipeline production plant that's here. I think that it's an incredible industrial undertaking, possibly the largest and the most ambitious on the continent today. And it really is inspiring to see. That gas pipeline, now that is also meant to do about 3 billion scopes of gas daily. That's huge. If you consider that our current requirements are probably in the order of about maybe 2 billion or so odd. But this is incredible. If that can be done, it's a major strategic asset for Nigeria. It will boost our power supply tremendously. And we're certainly, for me, that's one of the most important projects that could be done in this country. And it certainly is going to be a major boost for industry and for power supply generally.
Ross is seen as boosters to the economy of Lagos State in terms of job creation and ability to attract massive investment to the area.
Lagos is on an expansive growth on the east side of Lagos and also on the west side of Lagos. There is nothing else that we can do as a government than to firstly commend Alhaji Dangote and secondly thoroughly support him, because he's gotten the vision of what the future prosperity of Nigeria should be than most of us and most Nigerians, and we must commend him. And beyond that, the Vice President coming to do this and visit us here is to also say that the federal government is in support of all the projects that he has been doing. You can just imagine or just visualize what that means to the economy of Lagos. Apart from creating jobs, direct jobs created here is 135,000 people. Indirect jobs, 100,000 people. And the income that will be generated from here to the federal government, it's over $500 million in another 3 years from a single individual. So it's important that we understand the depth of what has happened here today by this visit, and also use it as a platform to encourage other investors that Lagos is on the rise.
This investment that we have, by the time that we finish, especially the gas pipeline, a state like Lagos can run without any interruption of power. It's as good as being in London. You'll not see any glimpse of power because we can supply power from here to anywhere. And that means quite a lot in doubling or tripling the GDP of Lagos. So it will create a lot of economic activities. I mean, here really one of the issues that we'll have is, okay, how do we manage and even feed well over 60,000 people of the refinery alone, and also now fertilizer, the petrochemical. You're talking about almost something that, directs people working under the construction of over 100,000 people. That is enormous. But it's not even only the project that we're doing today. Our own is to be able to attract other investors. By the time that we are now here, you see that there will be a lot of people that will come and invest. Collectively, when you add what they want to invest, it might be as big or maybe bigger than our own. And that's the whole essence of being here in Lagos. But so what really, in a nutshell, what drags us here is that Lagos is investor-friendly state.
Among other benefits, the three projects, when completed, are expected to enhance power generation, increase demand for domestic crude, increase government revenue, save foreign exchange against import, and generate employment. The projects are expected to be completed and commence production in 2019.